out of the thing, how real are they? So you have a memory of this thing that you did, and probably everybody involved in that will remember it the same way. And just imagine if you made a different decision. What does that mean? So physics, in our usual sense of the word, balls both rolling down the hills and so on, says that that other thing is a path not taken. It never happened. It's not real.
Television, the level at which we communicate with our children, encourage these values, what we would do would be to start supplying the people in El Salvador with arms. Their government is corrupt, it's bloodthirsty. Commerce doesn't work good when you have a corrupt, bloodthirsty government. It works when you have a society where the people are educated and they're
real is just some kind of supposition in your brain. But quantum physics, which is somehow more fundamental than this notion that we hold, as being very successful in explaining the world, says something very different. It opens up the possibility that all of those paths not taken are just as real as the one that you remember. And they exist in some sense. They're real, just like what you remember.
Energies are tapped. We should, if the Nicaraguans are sending them arms, we should facilitate it. Maybe give them planes to fly it in. I mean, let's face it. What does this country believe in? Do we believe in democracy? President Reagan is saying that we have to attack.
And maybe, if our technology advances sufficiently far, we can not only know that, but we can use those other resources to influence the behavior of machines that we make. So quantum computing, in one way of looking at things, is nothing less
the Sandinistas because they don't support democratic principles or something or other. The people now have the truth, enough of it over the 35-year history, that they know about Washington's compulsive lying, the politics of lying, the schizophrenia. President after president goes up there and says the lies in cover stories for the CIA. For example,
us in going in and touching the deepest fabric of space-time, and with our brains and our technology and our tools, sticking our fingers in the guts of reality and just kneading the hell out of it, and making it do what we want. To use these different parallel possibilities to our computation.
People know of the government after government that Washington has overthrown, constitutional democracies, democratically elected presidents that we overthrew with violence.
Hyperreality is an inability of consciousness to distinguish reality from a simulation of reality. What is real and what is fiction are blended together so that there is no clear distinction between where one ends and the other begins. It allows the co-mingling of physical reality with virtual reality and human intelligence with artificial intelligence.
And installed dictators to replace them. This is what the American people know about increasingly today. And that's why Reagan's policies in Nicaragua are running into such gaffe. He is running policies in Nicaragua to support sweetheart deals with his cronies in the multinational world, in California, and the financial world. And that is the only reason they're doing it.
Targeted individuals find themselves thrust into this new reality against their will and without their permission. They are non-consensual test subjects for a mind control weapons platform that is currently being rolled out throughout the world.
It is called the Sentient World Simulation. The program's aim,
Is it even more just political reasons that they're just trying to show third world revolutionary movements that there's going to be the strong arm of the United States against them if they try to take on their own fortunes and try to carry out their own policy?
according to its creator, is to be a continuously running, continually updated mirror model of the entire planet, complete with billions of nodes representing every person on the Earth.
The mirror world doesn't yet fully exist, but it is coming. Someday soon, every place and thing in the real world, every street, lamppost, building and
That's exactly what they're doing. The point is that it's not necessary to our physical security, military security, or economic security to oppose the Sandinistas, the people of Nicaragua, or the people of El Salvador. We would have physical security, military security, and
room will have its full-size digital twin in the mirror world.
This was a white paper put out by Purdue University in 2006, and the Sentient World Simulation, SWS, went live in 2007, which represents
and economic interests augmented if we would get with our own traditions and support the people.
Well, what about your observations of the social process in Nicaragua? Are the people behind the government? Is the system
Even the
benevolent?
CIA admits the people are behind the government. There's no question about it. The people, particularly the
every person on the planet within this computer matrix has a node, and every node is given an avatar, an identifier. And that is real-time, 24/7 monitoring of every person on the planet. This is primarily, but not exclusively,
young people. The only place that they're running into any trouble at all is in the bourgeoisie, which in that country, developed under Somoza, was very small. And the people owning businesses, they haven't had their businesses expropriated. Nothing has been stolen. Nothing has been nationalized. But nevertheless, the people with the moneyed interests, they wanted to get rid of Somoza so they could make
facilitated by the adiabatic quantum computers produced by D-Wave Corporation.
For the mirror world to become fully online, we don't just need everything to have a digital twin. We also need to build a 3D model of physical reality in which to place those twins.
So what our brains seem to do is build a very, very good compressed representation of the world. Call it a model. So just like if I
Somoza had been, you know, devouring, starting with the daddy, and then his sons had started as nothing but the National Guard commander, and they had spread to where they owned 45%.
I have a building, and there's like a blueprint or a scale model of the building. Imagine I have the whole world and all of its concepts, and I shrink it down into this weird compressed representation so that it fits inside my brain.
In the mirror world, everything will have a paired twin. NASA engineers pioneered this concept in the 1960s.
And of course the bourgeoisie was losing more to them than the peasants were. The peasants had always lost. Now with Somoza out, the bourgeoisie wants a chance to try to own it all. You know, I used to, when I worked for the government, I used to hear people talk about U.S. imperial.
Some people have a deep, abiding respect for the natural beauty that was once this country. And some people don't. People start pollution. People can stop it. Write for Pollution Booklet, Box 1771, Radio City Station, New York.
Very